Welcome to another episode of Drawing the Defense. In Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals, the Denver Nuggets made some truly incredible plays on the offensive end, but it was their half-court defense that really won them the game. In this video, we're going to look at the Nuggets defense in terms of pick-and-roll coverages, help defense, and rotations. We'll be going over pick-and-rolls, pick-and-pops, and post-up play, so this should be really fun. When playing the Lakers, it's fairly obvious who you should and shouldn't give attention to. You obviously want to load up on LeBron and AD while giving less attention to everyone else and relying on your rotations when the stars try to get others involved. Take this AD post-up for example, and see how much help Monte Morris is giving while completely ignoring Rondo on the perimeter. That's far from the only play the Nuggets ignored Rondo. And on this example, we see a pin down for Kuzma, and once again Morris leaves him to contain any penetration. So you have an open Rondo, and Murray stunts at him to make him think twice about shooting, but his main concern is denying the pass to the corner. Rondo ends up taking the shot that the Nuggets want him to take. But it wasn't just Rondo that the Nuggets were helping off of. Here's an example of AD in the high post, and Monte Morris helps off of Markieff Morris. This is a soft spot in the defense because the Denver Nuggets know that Keith is a better shooter than Rondo, but Murray and Grant are extremely sharp with their rotations, and they force a turnover from Kuzma. Since Rondo isn't really an off-ball threat, it was important for the Nuggets to dial in their pick-and-roll coverages with him as the ball handler. They didn't always defend it the same way, and on this pick and pop example, we see Murray go over the screen, and once he realizes that his big man is engaged, he decides to do a late switch onto the pop man, which gets him a steal. On this example later in the game, the Nuggets decide to ice the ball screen rather than go over, but they still perform a late switch to deny any post action or a perimeter look. But the Nuggets don't want Monte Morris on AD, so they perform what's called a scram and switch a big man onto AD so he cannot post up. The Nuggets do this so fluidly that the Lakers don't get a good look. In most pick and roll situations, the Nuggets went to a hedge and recover strategy, which requires smart and timely rotations. Here's a play where they hedge and recover successfully the first time, but the second time the Lakers run it at a different angle and LeBron has a lane to the basket. Michael Porter Jr. reads this and helps at the rim for a stop. Here's an example where MPJ defends incorrectly. He thinks his job is to hedge out to the left here, but Markieff Morris flips the angle of the screen, and therefore Michael Porter Jr.'s head should be towards the right. This leaves an open lane for LeBron to draw help and throw a lob. However, on the next play, the Lakers run the exact same action, and MPJ not only hedges to the correct side of the floor, but he also anticipates LeBron splitting the defense, and he nabs a steal. For a player generally thought of as a poor defender, this is great to see. Now that we've looked at some pick and roll and pick and pop actions, let's get into some post-up situations. The Nuggets were very deliberate in who they helped off of, and here we see them ignoring Rondo on the perimeter to help on LeBron. However, once they can read that LeBron is kicking it out to Rondo, MPJ immediately rotates to him, and Morris rotates to his man to bust the play. In this situation, LeBron is in the post and the Nuggets use Plumlee as the help man because of his length. Monte Morris is drifting away from Danny Green in the corner to be ready to rotate onto Plumlee's man, and Jamal Murray is in the perfect position to defend either Danny Green or Alex Caruso in either corner. So basically what you have is Murray and Morris are each defending two guys at once and ready to rotate, and Murray contests Caruso's three well. On this AD post-up, the Nuggets have Morris help off of Rondo, and Grant denies the baseline for AD. So if AD can't get to the middle due to the help, and he can't go baseline, he really has nowhere to go other than either shooting a fadeaway or passing it. Instead, he forces the issue and commits a charge. Well, thanks for checking this one out, you guys, and be sure to leave a comment. Thanks.